Alright, man, before this video starts, you already know the drill. You got 5 seconds right now to like the video if you love Anime Battle Arena. I'm trying to hit 80k as soon as possible too, so if you could, be sure to subscribe to the channel, alright? It means a lot to me. Anyways, we're back on another top 5 Anime Battle Arena video. Today, we are going over the top 5 1v1 character list. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, making this list was very hard because I feel like if you're just simply better than the other person skill-wise, then any character on this list can beat any character on this list. It was hard to rank these people in a certain order, but I did have the top ABA players actually help me with it. But as you can see right here in this group chat, you can see Feedback is number 1 right now. Kill Gaming's number 3. Kill Gaming has won like 4 statues. Krillin has won 1, and then Feedback has won a statue 2. And I have all 3 of these players in my chat. So if you didn't know, I didn't show off the full screenshot. You can go into your game yourself to actually check out who are actually in the statues. But right here, we got 1, 2, 3 Dopey. I don't know if you guys know him or not. I mean, I guess he's a good player. Nah, I'm just playing, y'all. Anybody in this group chat would actually just foderize me. But as you can see right here, Alex, this is Krillin, all right, one of the statue leaders. Edgy, you guys might know him. I still question him, but you guys know Edgy. He's always number 2 in every month and always gets robbed because he's just simply not good enough to be number 1. But hey, number 2 is better than number 3 through 100, so all right, let me stop. Feeds Powerline, this is Feedback, you guys know him, currently number 1. And then Florida Powerlines is Kill Gaming, aka the statue man, bro. Dude has like 6 statues, bro. It's ridiculous.
Believe it. Look, bitches the rap game, Hokage. My bitch is attention, but I call that host Tsunade. Fuck up out of my face, tell him give me my space. My girl and Beyonce, yo bitch feel like the right cock.
Alright, so like I said again, this list was very hard to make, alright, because all these characters are really good, even the honorable mention characters. So if you guys want me to make a whole ABA tier list, because there are people who didn't make the cut for this video, but are still really good characters to use in the PvP scene. So just let me know if you guys want me to make an ABA tier list with all those pros. Anyways, coming in with our first honorable mention is Krillin. That boy Krillin goes crazy, man. This dude actually goes crazy, especially with his Destructo Disc. If you can hit his Destructo Disc while they're guarding, it actually does more damage. It's actually insane that the Destructo Disc, so pretty much like if you're fighting Krillin, a tip against him is you might as well take the Destructo Disc hit or try to juke it out, because if you actually get guard broken by the Destructo Disc, it does way more damage. His Kamehameha is self-explanatory, and then his Solar Flare blinds your opponent. So what you really want to do is Solar Flare people and then use your Destructo Disc into your Scatter Shot combo. Your Scatter Shot is your 4, and pretty much that does a lot of damage if you're close to them. Like you'll see in these clips, like the clip and gameplay just explains itself how deadly Krillin can be if you know how to aim your abilities. What makes Krillin so dangerous is the fact that all of his abilities besides his Kamehameha has such a short cooldown. Like his Scatter Shot and Destructo Disc, the cooldown is non-existent on it, bro. Even his Solar Flare has a decent cooldown on it, but like it's actually so ridiculous that Krillin has one of the shortest cooldowns in the game. You can spam his abilities at will. The reason why he's an honorable mention though is the fact that you can't actually dodge Solar Flare. All you have to do is look away from it. You'll see in my upcoming gameplay that I actually dodged Krillin's Solar Flare, so it's actually not hard to dodge it. Even then though, I can't say Krillin's one of those characters where if you do have skill, you can still do good. Like I know plenty of good Krillin players who are still really good with Krillin, and he could really be in the top 5 list if you know how to play him correctly. Like good Krillin players won't need a Solar Flare to set up their combos. Like good Krillin players can hit their Destructo Disc and Scatter Shot without needing Solar Flare. So if you know how to aim properly, then Krillin's really good still. Like I said again though, most Krillin players have to rely on that Solar Flare to actually set up their combo. So if you're one of those players, that's why he's in the honorable mention list, because it's easy to dodge a Solar Flare. His awakening's ridiculous. He has a move called Senzu Bean that restores him back to full health. You can use it twice in one awakening bar, and Goku is your main damage dealer. Goku literally, like you summon Goku, you get close to them, summon Goku, and it literally does half their health. And then Destructo Disc, it upgrades to multiple Destructo Disc. Pretty good, right? So Krillin, very awesome character, bro. Alright, so next we have Vegeta as an honorable mention. Vegeta is another one of those characters where if you know how to utilize him properly, he could have been in the top 5 list. Vegeta is one of those characters where you can't actually see the usefulness in him until you actually start M1ing. Like, if you can mix in your M1s with your combos, then that's where Vegeta actually shines. His 2 to 4 combo is nasty. If you can catch your opponent into a 2, immediately 4 afterwards, okay? You'll see me do it in this clip against this Gon right here. I only do it against Gon because obviously he can use abilities in the middle of M1 sometimes, but the ideal combo is to use your 2, and then if you can, M1 them 4 times right after, and then use your super volley, which is your 4. But if you're playing against characters like Gon, where he can just spam his abilities, and one of his abilities might slip in when you try to M1 them, then you're better off being safe and just using your 2 and your 4 right away. Now, if they block your 2, you can 2 into a 3 immediately if you're fast enough. Your 3 is your guard break, one of the best moves in the game, by the way. Your 3 is really nice because you can use it to guard break people, or you can use it when your opponent is in the middle of attacking you. Like, if you're ever stuck in an M1 combo, I want you to just spam your 3. You can get out of anything with your 3. After your Gallic Gun, you just want to shoot that out if you are, you know, not anywhere near your opponent. But there is a combo you can do with your Gallic Gun. I don't know if I do show it off in this gameplay, but you pretty much M1 them 3 times, put them in the air, slam them back down, and then use your Gallic Gun. And I actually do show it off, but I actually messed up on it. You have to be fast to do it, but yeah, man. Vegeta, self-explanatory, you know what I'm saying? Just remember, your bread and butter combo is your 2 into your 4. That does a lot of damage. Your 4 auto tracks if you're close enough to your opponent, so you definitely want to be close when using your 4. And then in his awakening, it's pretty much just GG's, bro. You awaken as Vegeta, you spam your 2, and then you don't want to attack at all in your awakening. Don't M1 at all in your awakening. You literally spam your 2, the after image behind them, and then spam your 3. Like, literally 2, 3. If they're not close enough to your 3, just walk up to them. Literally just run to them and spam your 3 at the same time so that you can knock them up into the air. And then when you're in the air, you want to use your 4 afterwards. That's going to literally do all their health, and then you can finish them off with the final flash, or just wait for your 3 to come back up again so you can teleport and then use it. Personally, Vegeta is my favorite character in this game. Even though he's an honorable mention, like I said again, he's still pretty fun to use, so check him out. I don't want to make this tier list too long, so let's go ahead and speed this up. Number 5, we have that boy Shinji. He's self-explanatory, alright? His 1 is a flash step. His 2 is a slash. That's really good if you can trap people into it. And then what makes him number 5 on this list is his 3. Alright, that's his guard break, and it's nutty, bro. The cooldown on this 3 is so short, and if your opponent doesn't block it, it does a lot of damage. But you can see right here in this clip how I just farmed this Krillin by simply not looking at him when he's about to solar flare. So this is where I was talking about how Krillin isn't good if you rely on solar flare to aim all your abilities. Now, Shinji's 4 is his taunt. Pretty much what it makes it does is your opponent takes more damage if they actually get hit by it. So you taunt them and all your abilities do more damage to them, I believe. Shinji is only 5 though because his breaker can easily be juked. But if you know how to hit it and you know how to bait people, then you're going to be doing a lot of damage. And also his 2, you can't really use it unless you know how to time it. Because if you try to M1 4 times and use his 2, your opponent actually has a window where they can block it. So you could really only use his 2 if your opponent's rushing you and you know how to time it properly to the point where if they're attacking, you can use your 2 to interrupt their attacks. Or after a guard break, you might as well just use your 2 instead of trying to do an M1 combo, as doing your 2 after a guard break will give you more damage. When you're awakened as him, it's pretty much GG's. You hit your 2, which makes it so that your opponent's controls are literally backwards. They can't block. Well, they can block if they know the controls, but controlling in that mode is really hard for your opponent. So you pretty much just hit them with your 2, and then afterwards, you hit them with your full combo. Like, your breaker in your awakening does so much damage. It literally melts people. Coming in at number 4, we have Time Skip Zoro. This dude is nutty. If you can hit his 1 properly, it can do half your opponent's health. The gameplay literally speaks for itself. I'm not a Zoro main at all. I don't know how to use him. But if you actually practice and learn how to use him, then he's deadly. His 2 is a guard break that has the most stupid range in the world. Like, if you go into practice and you actually practice up with Time Skip Zoro, you'll realize how busted his 2 is. Like, the range on it is ridiculous. I forgot to mention too, the end of his 1 actually guard breaks. So he has 2 guard breaks in his kit. His 3 is a projectile that you want to use in a combo. You pretty much launch them up into the air. When you knock them down, you want to use 3 at the same time, and that's a guaranteed hit on your 3. And then your 4 is also another projectile. Your 3 and 4 are blockable though, so be careful of that. If you really like sword combat and you're a master swordsman in this game, M1 wise, try out Zoro and see how you like him yourself. Like I said, I'm not the best with him, so I don't really know how to use him well. But even then, like I said, like you could literally just spam moves. Like you wait for your cooldowns, spam your moves, pray that you hit your 1. You're gonna do half your opponent's health. Like this dude is straight up busted right now, and if you master him, he's even more ridiculous. His awakening's alright if you do hit his 4. Pretty much his 2 is an unguardable block break in his awakening, which is really nice because, I mean, obviously it's a guaranteed hit every single time. You teleport to your opponent, and if they're guarding, you break their guard, go ahead and M1 them 4 times and then use 6 paths. I found out the easiest way to actually land 6 paths is to M1 them first before using it. But if you can't do that, just throw out your 6 paths and pray that it hits, because that's your most damaging ability in your kit. Your 1 and 3 obviously are self-explanatory. So yeah, that's time skip Zoro. Really good character overall, and a dangerous character if you master him. Coming in at number 3, we have Todoroki. Oh man, this dude would have been number 2 if he didn't get nerfed to the ground. Even after his nerfs, he's still number 3 on this list. If you really wanted to, you could literally use your 3 to run away and spam your 2 all game, okay? Your 2 is a guard break, big projectile that you shouldn't be able to miss. I do miss it because I don't really play Todoroki, but I mean, people know if you play this character all day, bro, you're not going to miss your 2s, and you can literally just use your 3, run all game, and use your 2. If you want boring gameplay but you want to win games, use Todoroki. In this gameplay right here, I don't do that. I literally try to play a little aggro, okay? But like I said, if you wanted to, you could use your 3 and use your 2 all game. Your 4 is really nice too, okay? Like it has insane reach, and then you can combo it up just like how I did right here. So it's really nice, does a lot of damage. You could catch your opponent slipping with it too. I'll go ahead and provide clips here. You could literally catch them off guard. If your opponent's M1ing you, be sure to spam your 4, because sometimes you're able to slip by and actually use your 4 on your opponent. It's actually so ridiculous that you can do it, but I mean, oh well. The ideal way to actually utilize his 4 correctly is you want to try to M1 them, and then if you catch them in the M1, go ahead and spam your 4, okay? So that it's a guaranteed hit. You'll see in this clip right here, it's so ridiculous. Like, the person got me in an M1 and then spam 4 immediately, and for whatever reason, actually grabbed me. Once you have his awakening, you literally just run around and spam your abilities. Like, look at this. You literally just run around and spam your abilities. You cannot miss them at all. All of his moves in his awakening guard break, I believe. I don't think his 1 actually does, but his other moves guard break, okay? And your ice path actually does do damage too in his awakening. I mean, it does damage in this base form, but you notice the damages in the awakening too. This guy's self-explanatory. He lands at number 3 because you could literally just run all game and spam your 2. Oh man, Gin. Just like what Infernasu says, when you're playing Gin, your opponent has 3 lives and you have 4. Gin has one of the most reliable one-shots in the game. Alright, we'll get into that further on, but let's talk about his base kit. His shoot to kill is his only guard break. You can see right here, I just sauce up Sasuke by literally putting him in an M1 combo into a 1. Really nice. His 2 is a short distance sweep, and if your opponent isn't jumping, you can actually catch them lacking in it. Does a decent amount of damage, but I mean, the main points that you want to look at in his kit is really trying to get that 1 off, man. If you can get that full 1 off, it literally does so much damage, and then afterwards you're able to 4. If your 4 is not up, that's fine too. You can still do a lot of damage with the 1 alone. 3 is your flash step, obviously. I mean, if you know your opponent's like Sasuke right here, see, I flash step away from his Chidori. You can flash step away from their Chidori if your opponent has like Chidori, Rasengan, or anything dangerous. Or you could just simply flash step in and try to hit your 1. That will make everything easier. You can see in these clips right here that I try to M1, catch them in an M1 combo before using my 1, but you don't even have to do that at all. Honestly, you could just flash step in and use your 1, and you can still do a lot of damage. Now, your awakening is really nice. Literally, your sweep guard breaks in your awakening, shoot to kill guard breaks, obviously. If you want to hit your one-shot move, which is your 1, you have to hit them with the shoot to kill first, all right? And it's real simple to actually land the shoot to kill. Actually, all you have to do is hit your null steps in your awakening, and once you hit your null steps, you want to shoot to kill afterwards, spam your shoot to kill, and then that's a guaranteed 1, which is your one-shot. Yeah, man. If you're really good at swords, bro, Gin is a very good character to use, man. He's really dangerous. Really, really dangerous. Coming in at number 1, it might be a surprise to you because it was a surprise to me too, but it's Byakuya. Now, there's actually 2 number 1 spots on this list, and it's actually so convenient that Minato is actually fighting against me because he's also the other number 1 player. I told y'all that I didn't want to include Game Pass characters, but this guy, Minato, is so good to the point where, you know what, that rule doesn't apply to him. If you want to go ahead and spend that extra money in ABA, I recommend getting the Naruto Game Pass, because Minato is definitely arguably the best player next to Byakuya in this game. Now with Minato, I don't want to say much because like newbies can literally just counter him by holding block. You're gonna have to actually play him yourself and learn these secret cool tricks that a lot of pro players use to just keep up the pressure and win every single match with him. Now with Byakuya, y'all, I'm not the best Byakuya in the world, but I still make it work and still win matches just because of the fact that, yo, this character is really strong, y'all. The combo that you want to be doing is you want to land your 4, M1 4 times, and then land your 3. And then try to use your 2 if you can. If your opponent sees the 2 coming, you probably don't want to use it anymore. But your 2 is on a really short cooldown, so use it whenever you think you can catch them slipping. The hitbox is really bad on it, but like I said again, the cooldown is really short. It's the only guard break in the kit, but it's so easy to hit, man. You literally just use your flash step into your 4, and then your 3 is what makes this character nuts, bro. It literally does a lot of damage for something that's only on like an 8-second cooldown. Like your 3's cooldown is very, very short. Like I said again, if you're still sleeping on him, I have a screenshot right here that proves like every single person that got their statue has used Byakuya, y'all. Well, not every single person, but the people that I know, like the first 3 months for kill, he literally got it from Byakuya. This dude is strong. His awakening, bro, it's pretty much just GG's, man. You pretty much just use the enhanced version of jab into your Goki or whatever it's called. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's your one shot, and you're just like, it's GG's for them, bro. But you got to make sure that you hit it, because if you don't hit it, then you pretty much just miss everything, and then you go unawakened, because that move actually takes up your whole awakening bar. So make sure you actually hit your awakening move when you're awakened, and it's a guaranteed one shot. Alright, so let me know if I got this right, man. Let me know if you agree with this list. If you don't, I'd love to hear your own list in the comment section down below. I know a lot of people are going to say Killua. Alright, I totally actually forgot about him. He is pretty slept on, so I think he'll actually rank high in the tier list that we're going to be making in the future, though, so don't worry about that. Yeah, man, other than that, bro, it's been your boy Nano, and I'm out. Have a great day.
All I gotta do is put my mind to this shit. Goddamn. Cancel out my ex, I put a line through that bitch. I like all my S's with 2 lines.